Hi, everybody. I'm back with a brand new story, and she is one of my favorites, Amelia Bedelia. I love her because she always takes everything very literally, even though there's so many expressions in the English language, and it's so interesting to show that. It's one of my favorite characters of all time. It's by Herman Parrish, and this is Amelia Bedelia for mayor. That Mayor Thomas, said Mr. Rogers. What's wrong, dear? said Mrs. Rogers. Mayor Thomas is what's wrong, said Mrs. Rogers. The mayor promised to cut taxes. He never does what he says he will do. He's only human, said Mrs. Rogers. Besides, no one does exactly what you tell them to do. Here's your breakfast, said Amelia Bedelia. I hope you like chocolate frosting. What is this? said Mr. Rogers. I said I wanted pancakes for breakfast. These are pancakes, said Amelia Bedelia. I baked these cakes in the frying pan. Do you want me to blow out the candles? They're fine, said Mrs. Rogers. I will teach you to make normal pancakes. You just did what you were told. So, Amelia Bedelia. She always does exactly how it says. So pancakes, there were cakes that were made in a pan, but it's not what they meant. They meant pancakes. You always do, said Mr. Rogers. Why can't Mayor Thomas be like you? I wish you were the mayor. You do? said Amelia Bedelia. Sure, said Mr. Rogers. You should run for the mayor's office. See you later, said Amelia Bedelia. She dashed out of the kitchen. Where are you going? said Mrs. Rogers. To City Hall, said Mr. Rogers. She's running for the mayor's office, and she's really running. I made it, said Amelia Bedelia. Hold on, said the mayor's secretary. Mayor Thomas is with the press. He needs to iron out some things. I hate to iron, said Amelia Bedelia. So she thinks he means really ironing. I will bring him Mr. Rogers' shirts. The mayor can press them for me. She burst into the press conference. Amelia Bedelia, said Mayor Thomas, what brings you here? My feet brings me here, said Amelia Bedelia. I was running for your office. And she really was running. Not like running for office, but really running. Running for office, said a reporter. The mayor has very big shoes to fill. You're rude, said Amelia Bedelia. He can't help if his feet are big. So not really big feet. Those big shoes means that it's a hard job that you have to come into. How awful, said Amelia Bedelia. Don't they ever get to walk? Achoo! All the reporters laughed. Mayor Thomas did not laugh. Achoo! He sneezed. His nose runs too, said a reporter. No, said Amelia Bedelia. His nose smells. Your feet run. I hope these feet don't, said the reporter. You're rude, said the mayor. So Amelia Bedelia is always taking things very literally. Amelia Bedelia asked a reporter, what would you do if you were in the mayor's shoes? I would polish them, said Amelia Bedelia. They can use a good shine. Mr. Rogers arrived out of breath. Amelia Bedelia, let's go home. I was joking. You can't run for office. But I just did. I was running here. I always do what folks say to do. That's a great promise to make, said the reporter. I make promises too, said the mayor. We know, said Mr. Rogers. But if Amelia Bedelia were mayor, you must be joking, said Mayor Thomas. Amelia Bedelia can't be the mayor. I'd vote for her, said a reporter. We need some change. Here's 43 cents, said Amelia Bedelia. That's all the change I've got. So they were saying we need some change, and she thought it meant change like in money. I want to put in my 2 cents. Instead of like 2 cents is like, I want to say my mind. I want to say what's on my mind. She thinks it's really 2 cents. How nice, said Amelia Bedelia. That makes 45 cents. No, 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 said the mayor. My 2 cents means my opinion. I don't really have 2 cents. You don't, said Amelia Bedelia? Then you should get some sense. Mayor Thomas doesn't have any sense, said a reporter. Is that what you just said? No, he said that, said Amelia Bedelia. I did not, said the mayor. I said I don't have 2 pennies. Me neither, said Mr. Rogers. I hope Mayor Bedelia cuts taxes. Mayor Bedelia, yelled Mayor Thomas. She couldn't even be a dog catcher. Yes, I could, said Amelia Bedelia. Take back what you just said. I will not, said the mayor. Run for mayor, said a reporter. Throw your hat in the ring. What ring, said Amelia Bedelia. The mayor's telephone rang. Amelia Bedelia took off her hat and she threw it across the room, and her hat landed on the phone. How's that, said Amelia Bedelia. I threw my hat in the ring. And that doesn't mean that. It's not literally throwing your hat in the ring. You're going to say, all right, I'll do it. I'll run for mayor. So she really threw her hat at the ring. Amelia Bedelia crouched down. On your mark, get set, go. Hooray, shouted everyone. Everyone except for, who do you think? Yep, Mayor Thomas. A vote for me is a vote for the future. A race for mayor was on. Amelia Bedelia and Mayor Thomas ran all over town to talk to voters. A vote for me is a vote for Amelia Bedelia. People began to care more about their town and each other and their future. Everyone wants Amelia Bedelia for mayor. Mr. Rogers gave Amelia Bedelia lots of help and plenty of good advice. Yikes, said Mr. Rogers. Gotcha, said Amelia Bedelia. Here's that pole you told me to get. Not a fishing pole, said Mr. Rogers. What you need is a voting pole. So told her she needs a pole, and she thought they meant a fishing pole. And it's like, no, a voting pole. Cast votes, asked Amelia Bedelia. Sounds like fishing to me. And when you're casting votes, you're trying to get votes, not casting like in fishing. Most voters are sitting on the fence, said Mr. Rogers. And you know what that means. Sore bottoms, said Amelia Bedelia. Not sore bottoms, said Mr. Rogers. It means people haven't made up their minds. This election isn't sewn up yet. Hold my pole, said Amelia Bedelia. I'll go get a needle and thread. So she thinks merely like sewing it up. Forget about sewing and fishing, said Mr. Rogers. Go and get some more votes. Amelia Bedelia walked to town. A crowd was at the new bridge. When I cut this ribbon, said the mayor, this brand new bridge will be open. Amelia Bedelia stepped in front of him, and she cut the ribbon before he did. What have you done, said the mayor. Cut that red tape, said Amelia Bedelia. Everyone says I should cut the red tape. This is an outrage, said the mayor. You wrecked my photo opportunity, and you're having your picture taken, said Amelia Bedelia. Then you really should smile. That does it, shouted the mayor. I challenge you to a debate. People will know where I stand. I can tell them where you're standing, said Amelia Bedelia. On my foot. Ow! So that's where she said he's standing. On the day of the debate, the town square was packed. Now let's welcome the mayor and Amelia Bedelia, said the announcer. Everyone clapped and cheered. I'm nervous, said Amelia Bedelia. Just be yourself, said Mrs. Rogers. I always am, said Amelia Bedelia. Who else would I be? Mr. and Mrs. Rogers gave her a big hug. And she is always herself, and that's why everyone loves Amelia Bedelia. The mayor said Amelia Bedelia argued for hours. I'll fill in all the potholes, said Mayor Thomas. Me too, said Amelia Bedelia. You can't cook if a pot has a hole in it. And that's what she thought it meant by potholes. That's silly, said the mayor. It sure is, said Amelia Bedelia. All the food would fall out. That's right, yelled the crowd. I will reduce the school tax, said Mayor Thomas. And I won't, said Amelia Bedelia. Our schools need more tax, especially thumbtacks. You tell him, shouted the crowd. My goodness, said Mrs. Rogers. They're fighting like cats and dogs. Hiss! Ruff, ruff. A big dog chased a cat across the stage. Mayor Thomas rescued the cat. Amelia Bedelia grabbed the dog. Good job, said Mayor Thomas. You mean that, said Amelia Bedelia. I sure do, said Mayor Thomas. You proved that you can be a dog catcher. I take back what I said. I apologize to you. I accept your apology, said Amelia Bedelia. And now I can stop running for mayor. No, don't quit, said the crowd. Listen to me, said Amelia Bedelia. I said I would run for mayor unless Mayor Thomas took back what he said. And he did. He took it back. So now I don't have to run anymore. No one moved or made a sound. I admire you, said the mayor. You know how to keep your promises. And she did say that. He began to clap for Amelia Bedelia, and then the whole crowd joined in. Yay! And they're all clapping and cheering her. They love Amelia Bedelia. Good news, said Mr. Rogers. The mayor kept his promise. See there, said Mrs. Rogers. You can teach an old dog new tricks. I don't have time, said Amelia Bedelia. I'm not catching any more dogs. I'm going to the White House. The White House? Said Mr. Rogers. You're going to Washington? Of course not, said Amelia Bedelia. I borrowed a book from Mrs. White. She said to leave it at our house. I'm going to the White House. Whew, said Mr. Rogers. I thought you were running for president. I will do whatever you say, said Amelia Bedelia. Mr. Rogers did not say one more word because she said, I'll do whatever you say. And literally, she'll do whatever you say. Even when he got his French toast. So she made the toast French, and she called that French toast. That was Amelia Bedelia for mayor. I hope you enjoyed this story. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day, everyone.